Graham, another massive game this weekend. We're coming against an unbeaten team in Buxton. They've had a very good start of the season, but we must be going into this with a lot of confidence ourselves.
Yeah, I think both teams will. Like I say, they're unbeaten. They're in a good cup run. They've obviously invested into their team heavily, and they've got some very, very good players, very experienced players. Went to watch them the other night, and they're a good team. So it's going to be a good spectacle. And we're just hoping we can come out on top.
Still relatively early days in the season. I'm guessing you're expecting them to be one of the teams really vying for those promotion.
We knew before the ball was kicked this season that Buxton were going to be up there with who they've played, with who they've signed. They are very, very good footballers at this level of football. So they've got experience in the ranks. They've got a little bit of youth in there as well. So yeah, like I say, they're a good team.
Won our last two games, two really important games. What's the mood in the team like at the moment? Going
It's really good, as you'd expect. Yeah, the lads are buzzing. They just can't wait for every game to come along now. So we know it's going to be tough, but we are. The spirit's good. The lads are looking forward to the game, and we'll just give it everything we've got.
And that resilience that the team showed, especially in that final sort of few minutes against Matlock, must have been a really pleasing thing to see. The fact that you withstood that.
Yeah, it was another game where we should have killed the game earlier. Missed critical chances, and the end of the game should have been a lot more comfortable. We know that Matlock threw everything at us in the last 15 minutes or so, and the lads withstood it really well, and like you say, showed real character and determination to keep that clean sheet.
Great news this week to see Dan Martin signing an extension to his loan deal. How impressive have you been with him over the last month?
Dan's been great. He's fitted into that position. We've obviously tasked him with understanding the role a little bit better and how we want him to play it, and we've seen improvements along the way. So hopefully in another month's time he'll pick it up even more and get even better.
Another boost sees Tom's come back to contention this Saturday, and that must be a great boost for the team.
It is, yeah. Obviously we were disappointed that he got sent off. I thought it was a harsh one, to be quite honest. You see worse things than that, but he got sent off. And he's done his 3-game suspension, so he comes back into contention. And like you say, Tums has provided with some real moments this season, and we're looking forward to seeing a lot more of them to come.
In more news this week, saw Callum Stead leave the club after his short spell came to an end. Can you talk a little bit about that decision and how difficult that was?
Yeah, so initially Callum came onto radar through his agent. He's obviously scoring goals down south. We said that we'd take a look at him over a period of time, 3 to 4 weeks, and then we'd make a decision on him. So yeah, it was just a case of we have to judge him not just in the brief game time that he had, but in training every single day. And just felt that he wasn't ready. We're at a football club that demands results, and I'm sure Callum will go on to be a good footballer, but in my opinion, in John and Bry's opinion, he just wasn't quite ready for us at this stage. So what's the point in hanging around for him? The lad wants to play football, so we wish him all the best. And like I say, in 6 months, a year, 2 years, he may well be this standard or even higher, but we haven't got that time. We compare him to the likes of Darius Kempy, Tums, Sam Hodgson, and in our opinion, he was 5th choice out of those players. So, like I say, it's not easy. We said we'd take a look. We took a look, and we made an assessment. Whether it's right or wrong, I'll be seen over time. But we're still in the market for players, and we're going to be very careful that we get the right ones. So hopefully we'll have some news on that soon.
We spoke earlier on about Buxton and the sort of challenge that they're going to provide for us. They're unbeaten, obviously we mentioned that as well. Is that a big motivation for you to try and end an unbeaten run like that?
No, I don't think so. I just think it's a game. It's a game that we want to win. It's a game that they want to win. So yeah, it's going to be a tough game for both sides. We've had a week of preparation for this one that we haven't had really for the rest of the season so far because of Saturday, Tuesday games. So we feel like we're prepared well. We've obviously got another training session to go. And then yeah, they've had extra time on Tuesday, so we'll see how that affects them on Saturday. But we're just looking forward to the challenge as always. We know it's going to be difficult, but I'm sure we'll cause them lots of problems as well.
And that bit of breathing space that you get in these last few weeks with the no midweek games, how beneficial is that to the squad?
It is when we talked about before that obviously with us being able to train most days in the morning, you've got more scope to do work. obviously when it's Saturday, Tuesday, you're generally just recovering on a Monday, and then after the Tuesday game, you're recovering Wednesday, Thursday for a training session on Friday. So you can't do a great deal. Hopefully these are the weeks coming up where we can do some real structured work to see the improvements that we need to make.
In terms of availability for this game, obviously without Robert Breaks, obviously Callum Ross as well, that must be a big blow to be without those two in the same breath. A chance for other players to step up.
That's what happens in football, yeah. Whether it's injury or illness, you as a squad player have to train hard, put yourself in position to take these situations. So yeah, the door opens up for another couple of players Saturday, and like I say, it's over to them to see if they can grab that shirt and keep it, and keep the likes of Briggsy out of the team and Rossi out of the team. That's what they're tasked with now.
Just finding another massive game on Saturday. We're expecting another big crowd here at First Cloud Arena. How much of a difference have they made so far this season? What do you say to the fans?
They've been brilliant. The numbers have been fantastic. Yeah, I think there's been real highlights. I mean, that goal, the first goal against Morpeth was a real highlight. You know, I thought that noise was tremendous, and they obviously helped us go on to that victory. But I think watching the game last night, Man United was an interesting one, because as I was seeing, Man United were poor in the first half, and they came out in that first 30 seconds to a minute of the second half and really put every ounce of energy into it, and the crowd just fed off them. And that's what we have to do. We have to be the catalyst for the supporters to get excited, get vociferous, and encourage us to go on. We can't be waiting for the supporters to do that, so we've got to give them something to shout about, and again, that's what the lads have to do on Saturday.